It's beginning to look a lot like, not Christmas.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Christmas.
It's beginning to look a lot like the Jim Benning era. Is it too early to say that? Let me explain here.
Go.
It's beginning to look a lot like the Jim Benning era.
Yeah.
With one big difference. Okay.
What's that?
Do you remember the Benning, how it started? Great season, 2014, 2015.
Yeah.
101 points.
100 points.
They make the playoffs. Now they get knocked out in the first round. They get upset, if you will, in 6 games by Calgary. But it started out great.
Yeah, it did.
Jim Benning looked like a Jim Gregory Award candidate at the time.
Didn't
downhill from there. Well, they 4 straight seasons without qualifying for the playoffs, and it just went completely downhill. And look at last year with the Canucks, just outstanding, 109 points. And now we've got now Canuck fans have this. Like, are you kidding me? Here's the big difference though. Back then, with Jim Benning, what did you hear about? You heard these rumors about interference from ownership.
Yeah.
That Francesco Aquilini
that's why he lasted 8 years.
Was making the decisions.
Why do you think Jim lasted 8 years? Because the owner got to play GM, Don.
You don't hear that this time around.
No, you don't.
This is all on Rutherford and Alvin. Again, there's still some time left in the season. I'm sure the era last year will have bought them time. I get that. But this is beginning to look a little bit like that era. It was awful last night. I mean, I know the Jets are good.
They're fast, but they're big.
But the Canucks defense and the back checking, and the end of a road trip, I get that. But just the inability to build on a really solid performance with adversity on Saturday, there's way too much of that this time around. Injury, and I've said that there's injury problems with this team. They can use that as an excuse. That effort last night was bad. They had a couple of days off. It's inexcusable. You wanted to talk about JT Miller.
He looks hurt to me. If you can tell me, look me in the eye, Don, and tell me he's 100%, then go ahead. But I don't see it. The hit he took.
A lot of players are hurt.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. That's nice, Don. The hit he took in Washington, he doesn't seem right. And the people.
So what part of his body doesn't seem right?
It looks to me. Well, the hit in Washington, you saw it. The neck higher up. You saw him on the bench. And last night, I had a guy in Winnipeg at the game who told me that he looked like
a fan.
No, just never mind. I'm going to tell you, I had a guy in Winnipeg last night. Not a fan. Do I know anyone in Winnipeg? Why would I care what?
Apparently you do.
No, I had a guy in Winnipeg last night who texted me that, and he said Miller at the third period had a long meeting. Ryan, stop it. Miller on the bench, third period, long session with the trainer. I don't think he's 100%.
So you're saying the neck, and then he's got the splint like Quinn Hughes does on his wrist.
Thank you. He hasn't been healthy since training camp. Remember he missed camp, Don? Everyone, where's Miller? Mm-hmm. He's been hurt since camp. I don't think if anybody. So on that third goal, where he's not moving his legs, does that have anything to do with the neck and the? Don, there were 3 guys that screwed up on that goal, and I clearly told you that Myers ran out of gas coming back because he went in too deep into the Winnipeg zone. And so there's Myers. Watch Myers now. Watch Myers right there, and now he got gas, no gas, and who got the puck?
But it looked like he had company in terms of players giving up, not back checking on the play.
Yes. And
I'm talking about Miller.
I know.
They both stopped skating.
Your centerman should be the first guy back, and he was the first guy back. It was just a nice pass to spring Connor into the breakaway.
Okay. But there's a lot of blame to go around. But that goal, again, I'll say what I did in the first segment. That would drive coaches nuts.
Boy.
You got one of the great players in the league in alone on a breakaway against your defenseless goaltender who's played so well this season. Everybody just kind of went, okay, well, let's see what he does here. Buy a ticket. Have some popcorn.
And one more thing, quickly. For these people that keep saying Miller's checked out, stop. This guy cares. You know that, Don. He wears his heart in his sleeve. If he's injured, and it appears that he is, and he's playing hurt, does that sound like a guy that's checked out? If he's 100% healthy and is doing stuff like that, what you've known from JT Miller, Don, since he arrived in Vancouver, does he look like a guy to you that would check out? I don't think so.
At times he does, Rick.
Okay, if you say so.
Well, you're saying since he joined the Canucks, like remember all the talks about bad body language, and I love him as a player.
That's not checking out. That's a guy who cares, Don. That's a guy who cares. Why are
sauntering to the bench on line changes?
Okay, why are fans chanting his name at a wrestling event while he's on his leave of absence?
Well, that has
people
nothing
respect
to do with
the way he plays the game. And why did the Americans?
Not at times, definitely.
Definitely,
at times, definitely. At times, no, they don't. And he had company last night, no question about it. But you can't tell me that from day one with the Canucks, everybody who watches this team on a regular basis says that guy's giving his all at every second. I don't know. Conor Garland does. I'll give him that.
Yep.
I'm not so sure about the other guys.